Welcome back to Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. I am Megan Mills, and I'm flying solo this week to share a few of our favorite bets and wagers for Super Bowl 59. We hope that you enjoy this episode of Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. We are presented by Seize the Gap Fantasy Football. You can find our content wherever you get your podcasts and on YouTube. You can find us on social media at Seize the Gap FF. Same place on the web, seizethegapff.com. Very easy to remember, just like the flaps, FLAPS. Very crucial to our success. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please make sure that you've hit the thumb, and you should know that we are getting all of our odds and wagers from the DraftKings Sportsbook, but we are not affiliated with DraftKings in any way. All odds, wagers, and news are accurate as of Friday, February 7th, 2025. And while you're at it, you can play on DK, but make sure you are shopping around at all of the legal sportsbooks available to you to make sure you are getting the best odds on your wagers. Also, check out for any boosts, deposit bonuses, anything you get your hands on. There should be a lot of them being handed out for the Super Bowl, so make sure that you take advantage. Let's kick things off with the tale of the tape. This is Super Bowl LIX, Super Bowl 59, Sunday, February 9th, 2025. Game kicks off at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. You can watch it on Fox. We have the 15-2 Kansas City Chiefs facing off against the 14-3 Philadelphia Eagles at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans. Currently, the Kansas City Chiefs are a 1.5-point favorite. They're minus 120 on the money line, while the Philadelphia Eagles are 1.5-point underdogs, and they are plus 100 on the money line. The game total is 48.5 points. Some good news here. One thing you don't have to worry about is the weather because we are indoors in New Orleans. Turning to the injury report, not too much to go through here. On the Kansas City side of the ball, wide receiver Sky Moore is doubtful, but they haven't had him for most of the season, so no big loss there. On the Philly side of the ball, wide receiver Devontae Smith is questionable with a hamstring injury, but is expected to play, as is running back Kenneth Gainwell, who is questionable with a concussion and a knee issue, but again, expected to play. And finally, it looks like defensive lineman Brandon Graham is trending towards playing. He's currently on IR, but he's shaping up to probably be activated in time for the game. This is a tough one, especially as an Eagles fan. As far as my overall thoughts on this one, the Chiefs are pretty much in Thanos mode here. They do feel inevitable, but even if they're going to take it down, that doesn't mean that we can't find some profitable angles to explore. I think the game script is probably the most important thing here when you're setting out to make your wagers. Everything kind of revolves around how you think the Eagles offense will do, because that's what goes into Saquon Barkley, and if he's rushing it well, that probably really takes the passing game down. But if the Chiefs are stopping the run, or if the Birds fall behind, that's probably going to push Saquon out of the mix and boost up the Jalen Hurts passing props, bring some of the wide receivers into the mix. So I think the Eagles are definitely the harder side of the ball to predict. The Chiefs, you kind of know where it's going here. It's just a matter of kind of which of the tertiary guys get there. You kind of expect Kelsey and Worthy to get theirs. It looks like Kareem Hunt over Pacheco. But once you get past that, the Chiefs have a lot of kind of tertiary options there, while the Eagles do not. And as an Eagles fan, I am just doing my best to be unbiased here. My guess would be, if anything, I am being overly pessimistic about their chances. You never know. It does seem that Kansas City's probably going to wind up winning by a score because that's what they do. But I am trying to keep positive here while also trying to make a couple bucks. One thing I don't think I'm biased about is avoid any field goal props. I know Jake Elliott's kicked in 2 Super Bowls before, but he has been atrocious this season. I am very terrified if he has to step up to make any kicks of note here in this game. So I would not mess with any of the props for the Eagles kicker. So I don't think there's any bias on that one. I just would strongly avoid those. We are going to open up our picks with our favorite wagers, our favorite non-prop wagers for the Super Bowl. In the conference championship round, we were up 210.49 cricket coins. And you should know here on Bet It, Bank It, Blow It, all wagers are in the form of cricket coins, our currency of choice in cricket. We trust for some reason. So not bad there again, up almost 211 coins in the conference championship round. Pretty much hit everything on these except we were liking the under in that Washington-Philadelphia game. That obviously did not come in. For the playoffs, we're up 273.8 cricket coins, so not too shabby there. Only have 2 wagers here. The first one probably won't be a surprise. Gonna kind of eat the chalk here. Just take Kansas City minus 1.5 to win the game. That's minus 105. So 100 cricket coins would bring you back about 195. I really, really hope my Birds can get it done here. I just think the gaps between the two quarterbacks and the two coaching staffs are just a bridge too far, but it is what it is. Go Birds, but kind of expecting the Chiefs to take this one down. And I'm going to put 100 crooked coins on the winning margin to be Kansas City winning by 1 to 6 points. That's right, totally leaning into the one score narrative here. That is plus 255, so 100 coins will bring you back 355. Next, we're trying to climb our way up all the way to the top of the props. We're far from perfect in the conference championship round. Wound up down about 135 coins. Did okay by focusing on James Cook and Khalil Shakir for the Bills, but got burned on a couple of other things. So took a little loss there. We are in the red on the playoffs for the props. We are currently down about 278 cricket coins. So I'm going to try to take us from the red to the green here. First up here, I'm going to have a little bit of fun with some of these. First up, we have 100 cricket coins on the total number of players to have a pass attempt being over 2.5. So somebody else besides the two starting quarterbacks has to attempt to pass for this to pay off. It's currently plus 180, so 100 coins to bring back 280. I think that this is most likely going to happen on the Chiefs side of the ball. I think Andy Reid's going to dig into his bag here. Would not shock me at all to see Kelsey throw a pass, to see where they show a pass, throw a pass, to see them run the Philly special against the Eagles. I think all that's in play here. Feel very confident at least one non-QB is going to attempt to pass, and I think it will be on the Kansas City side. Next up, we've got 100 cricket coins on Kansas City to have the most sacks. This is minus 105, so 100 cricket coins to bring you back about 195. If you look at that interior, the Eagles' offensive line, they're quietly pretty banged up. We saw that a lot in the conference championship. Cam Jurgens left the game and then had to come back in because Dickerson was so injured. And Becton is a guy who's definitely excelled in the running game, but still struggles with his pass blocking. So I think the interior of the line is kind of soft there. Wouldn't surprise me to see the Chiefs get 3-4 sacks at least on the Birds, and I don't think the Birds are going to be able to take down Mahomes more than once or twice. To that effect, we're going to also put 100 cricket coins on Chris Jones over 0.25 sacks, so just needs a half a sack or more to take this down. That is plus 115, 100 cricket coins to bring back 215. Like I said, I'm really worried about that interior of the Eagles offensive line. I think he gets through clean a couple of times, gets at least one solid run at Hurts for probably a whole sack, but there wasn't much daylight between the two numbers, so I went with the half a sack over the whole sack. Think you can live with that one there, but pretty confident he's going to take him down. Next up is a little bit of a fun one here once again. 100 cricket coins on either team overcoming a 10-point deficit to win the game. That is plus 320. Believe it or not, in every Super Bowl the Chiefs have played in with Mahomes and Andy Reid, they have trailed by at least 10 points, and they've won all of them except the one against the Bucks and Tom Brady. Again, I'm hoping if it happens, it's the Birds, but wouldn't shock me at all to see Kansas City do it again. Playing right into that, we've got 100 coins on Patrick Mahomes to have 3+ passing touchdowns. That's plus 212, so 100 coins to bring back 312. Probably would have gotten there last week if he hadn't run two in. The Eagles do have a pretty tough run defense here, and I think Andy Reid is going to, again, go into his bag once I get in the red zone. We saw what happened last time these two teams faced off in the Super Bowl. The Chiefs managed to use pre-snap motion to just absolutely destroy the Eagles in the red zone. I doubt it'll be that same thing again, but I fully expect Andy Reid to come up with some wrinkle here and Mahomes to once again have a monster day. Do want to get a little bit of action in on the Eagles side, so we're going to double up here. We're going to put 200 cricket coins on Dallas Goedert to have 5+ receptions. That's minus 137, so 200 coins to bring back about 346. The Chiefs were the worst team in the league when it comes to defending the tight end, and we've seen Dallas Goedert has kind of developed into the safety blanket for Jalen Hurts in the postseason. He's had 4 catches, and 7 receptions last time against the Commanders here, trending upward. I feel very confident he is going to get that 5+. So there we go. We got 6 solid props trying to get all the way to the top with those bad boys. I'd tell you what's coming up next, but I'd rather tease you. You know my tease. This is where we give out any teasers, round robins, any of that kind of wacky stuff that some of the youths like to get into these days. Did not go well for us here in the conference championship round. Went 0 for 3, losing 300 cricket coins. So far throughout the playoffs, we're also in the red here, down about 473 coins. Probably not going to make it all the way to the green this week because we only have one teaser. Not going huge here. Just going to go with a 2-leg 6-point teaser that'll pay out at minus 120. We've got Philadelphia plus 7.5 and Kansas City versus Philadelphia over 42.5. Again, teasing 6 points there on the Philly side and on the total. We're going to put 200 cricket coins down on this bad boy at minus 120. So 200 coins to bring back about 367. You know my teas. Hopefully they come through with it. Maybe that's not living large enough for you. So we are going to think bigger. We're going to go ahead and give out a couple of lottery ticket long shots. Again, these won't be enough to probably buy you a new house or anything like that, but you should have a very, very fun day after the Super Bowl, even if you wake up with a little bit of a hanger. These have not gone well thus far in the playoffs. 0 for 2 last week, down 200 coins. 0 for 6 on the playoffs, down 600. But again, you only got to hit one of these bad boys, and we will shoot right back into the green. Unfortunately, both of these wagers will not be green in terms of the Eagles. We are seeing red because everything here is about the Chiefs, most notably Travis Kelce. First, we're going to put 100 cricket coins on Travis Kelce to win the Super Bowl MVP. That is plus 1,500. So 100 coins to bring back 1,600. A lot of people are convinced there's a narrative here. The Chiefs are going to win. Kelce's the MVP. He proposes to Taylor Swift. She says yes. People are very, very convinced of this. I don't know if I'm going to buy in overall, but as far as taking a couple of long shots on it, I don't mind. So we're going to follow that up with a 2-leg single game parlay. First leg is Travis Kelce to be a 2+ anytime touchdown scorer. He has to score twice. That leg on its own is plus 1,000. And we are going to just combine that with the Chiefs money line minus 120. You put those two legs together, your odds are plus 1,400. So 100 cricket coins will bring you back 1,500. If he does that, he's probably winning the MVP. I'm very upset about my birds, but at least we're scooping a bunch of cash here. Finally, we have saved the best for last because it's tripod time. We've got legs and we know how to use them. This is a 3-leg single game parlay. We're going all in here, hoping to take it down, finish up the season with one last tripod win. First leg, we're going to go with the Kareem Hunt anytime touchdown scorer. That is plus 140 on its own. Leg number 2, we're going back to the Travis Kelce, but just the one anytime touchdown score. Just needs to find the end zone once. That is plus 145. And why not? One more time, throwing it in here. We're all in. Throwing in the Chiefs money line minus 120 as leg number 3. So you put these 3 legs together. Kareem Hunt, anytime touchdown scorer. Travis Kelce, anytime touchdown scorer. And the Kansas City Chiefs money line. Your odds are plus 850. So a wager of 100 cricket coins will bring back 950. Not too shabby. Again, I'd be having to dry my tears after the Eagles lost, but it's a lot better to dry them with money than with Kleenex. That's it. I hope everybody enjoys it. And despite everything I said here, I'm definitely hoping the Birds win again. Just oh boy, I wish I was more optimistic. It's hard to see how it happens, but hopefully somehow, some way it will. I'm old enough to remember Nick Foles beating Tom Brady in the Super Bowl. Anything can happen. We're going to be back with a couple of wrap-up shows. We're currently doing golf wagers over on Birdie's Bogies Bushwood on our channel, wherever you're watching this video or getting the podcast. So if you're into some PGA wagering, check that out. We will be back intermittently. We're trying to do a once-a-week thing here, maybe the little NBA, NHL, MLB, something like that, probably on Fridays. Stick around. We will let you know. Again, good luck in the Super Bowl. Hopefully, your team wins as long as it's not the Chiefs, and you take down the prop bet sheet at your party or your squares pool or just a couple of wagers, your DraftKings lineup, whatever it is. Good luck to you and yours. Thanks again for checking out Bet It, Bank It, Blow It. We are presented by Seize the Gap Fantasy Football. You can find our content wherever you get your pods and on YouTube. We're on social media at Seize the Gap FF and on the interwebs at seizethegapff.com. That's very simple and easy to remember, just like those flaps. Please do not forget them. Follow, like, and please subscribe. If you had fun, please make sure that you hit the thumb. I'm Magnum Mills, and on behalf of myself and Jamie G, please remember that we can help you bet it, we can help you bank it, but blowing it is up to you. Go Birds.